Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check brought to you by BB. A reminder, as always, that there is no second best daily YouTube live stream to talk about these markets. It is our first day streaming with you this week. We had, I think, the first time we've ever missed a show because we were all traveling yesterday. But what a day. What a day yesterday turned out to be. I'm looking forward to covering all of that, as well as kind of what we're expecting here into the end of the week, the end of the month. Obviously, quite a bit of volatility, especially in altcoin markets over the last few days, the last few weeks. Bitcoin continues to range, right? So the higher time frame context is a pretty interesting one, especially with equities ripping. But we're going to get to all that and more in just a second, guys. I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Max, Tucker, and Louie. Welcome, guys. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend as well. But real quickly, before we can start cooking, before we can start sharing any possible alpha, that we've gleaned from the charts here, from our 3-day, well, I wouldn't even call it a 3-day weekend because we didn't even really have yesterday completely off. But before we can start cooking and sharing that alpha, I'm going to need you guys to hit the like button, smash the like button for us, bring that energy for us. Hit the order books, whatever you need to do. And I'm sure we'll bug you again. But of course, as I said, it always means a lot when you guys like and subscribe to us, our channel, right? Our channel has grown substantially over the last year, and that is in no small part due to you, the audience. But yeah, guys, welcome. Let's get into some more granularities, right? Because Bitcoin, it's shown a lot of weakness over the last week, really, right? Like the last 2 weeks since essentially, I think it was June 6th. Bitcoin has been in, a structural and mechanical downtrend. We've had vicious downtrends on altcoins in the meantime, flushing out open interest. I'm sure we've had some spot capitulation as well. I'm going to have to look at some of the derivatives markets myself to confirm that. But, truthfully, you can kind of already see it on the chart. So, it's not completely surprising. But the question is, where do we go from here? And I'm going to continue to point towards the dollar. Right. I think Bitcoin continues to look good above 64K. If you slip below that, then maybe we slide even further. But, we had another oversized move to the downside on altcoins. But at the same time, the dollar was unable to break higher and not see any marginal upside, which I do think is an overall positive for risk markets. And meanwhile, of course, over in equities, you have NVIDIA continuing it's just chatting over and over and over again to higher prices. You have Apple continually showing strength. SPOOS and the NASDAQ, I believe, were both up over 1% yesterday. So crypto has shown weakness while equities are chatting. We've seen this story before. Usually it involves crypto catching up eventually. But I think the question we're all asking ourselves is, when is that going to happen? And of course, the other question in the back of everybody's mind that I already know they're asking themselves is, what happens if equities pull back before crypto can pump? Which is, of course, an interesting point, right? But one thing I will point towards is that, equities haven't really pulled back in, in SPOOS's case, almost 1,500 points. So they don't have to, right, either. But obviously, it goes without saying, if equities were to see a reflexive snapback, that would probably not be good for crypto either way. But let's dive into it, guys. I want to talk charts. I want to talk markets. Definitely want to look at some of these bruised and battered altcoin charts that I'm sure they're hurting this morning. But what are we seeing in the markets today?
Man, who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? There's a lot to talk about. Tucker, do you want to go first?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot here, man. We talked about, Will was asking us on Friday whether we were going to front run this or overshoot it. I still think we're going to front run, even though we've dipped into it a little bit. I think it's too obvious to do the full fill and just kind of do that. Like, I think you're either gonna bounce out of this right here, or you're gonna, like, I don't even want to entertain the other scenario. But Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we're getting a lot of. I'm sure there's RSI divergences. Obviously, I use this, but like I'm guaranteed there's a bunch of RSI divergences, and we can look at it, right? But it's like that's your basic premise of the divergence, right? Like we're seeing decent momentum, divergences on the 4, the 6, even not really the 12-hour, but those mid-hourly time frames, which is what you want to see. I don't know. I think more than anything, this is the alpha, man. More than anything. So wait till Friday, guys. Just wait till Friday. It's all gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. We just need to make it to Friday. I said when we were here, I said the best we can hope for is chop until we get to here. So, that's what I'm going to continue saying, right? These are 15-day, 14, 15-day cycles. Thursday, Friday, end of the week. Weekend pump is what I'm going to say. Weekend pump, but as of right now, it's not the greatest look. We already set a lower low, so almost. So it's all good, but altcoins are getting absolutely hammered. That's for sure. I don't know. It feels like a lot of people are getting scared and bearish down here, and there's no reason to. Like even if like look what Bitcoin did here. Great example with the Bitcoin ETF, right? It retraced the whole pump, and then it went up 60% in 3 months. Where is it? Right here. Right here, right? Like if ETH did the same thing, it would be more dramatic, right? It'd be a little scarier looking, but it would basically be like a retrace of this whole thing. And then like,
and we could still have a scenario where we pump into it. You know what I mean? Because Bitcoin pumped into it like the weeks leading up to it. We still got like a couple weeks.
No, yeah, that was the difference. Was the Bitcoin one was priced in, the ETH was not at all priced in. So that's why it had to kind of rapidly reprice. But at any rate, the difference between approval and it going live, right? When did it go live? It probably went live. When did the Bitcoin ETF go live? I don't even remember.
I think that the dead top, the deviation top.
Was that live though, or is that when it got approved?
Live.
That was when it got officially approved, I think.
I remember that day. I was like,
when did it go live though? We should look that up.
Literally the top of that move. It was.
Let's look at the IBIT start date.
Yeah, it's got to be like January 9th, January 10th, something like that.
It was January 11th. Yes.
Yeah. So the
dead
top. Yeah. So maybe they run that differently, right? Approval goes live. That's like the bottom.
Yeah. They could be, maybe going into it, we continue to consolidate, and then approval, we head up.
That's July 2nd. Yeah, that's when it goes live right there. So I don't know. It doesn't look terrible, right? Like if you wanted to do TA on this, like you're literally at the middle of that FVG right now, basically. So, like that's pretty much, I hate when it does that. That's pretty much the middle right there. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Nothing to worry about. Still bullish. It is what it is. Study the moon. That's really my thoughts. But what do you guys think?
I just think we're still lagging legacy markets like we were back in the beginning of the year. Like December, January. S&P was like banging on, basically trying to make a new all-time high. And like
here,
and Bitcoin was trading sideways for 65 days while S&P went up 10% in 65-day span.
Let's throw a line chart on this thing. So yeah, December, January, right? You had the S&P doing that while Bitcoin was kind of nuking.
Yeah, that whole sideways.
That.
Even the sideways, like that sideways started at December. So I don't know if those dates completely match up, but
what do you mean?
Like how I had it, it was like, it looks like from December 5th S&P went up 10% from December 5th to February 5th.
Oh, you're saying that. Yeah. And we went kind of sideways. Yeah. I mean, you're seeing it super stark right now, though. Look at that. That is wild.
Yeah, that's a big, it's definitely a little more dramatic.
Yeah, bro. That is wild.
I'm definitely interested to see what happens. Like it looks like, if I had to guess, it looks like stocks and legacy markets are due for a cool off. So basically, when that happens, do we see liquidity flow into riskier assets? Like, do profits churn? Do they churn profits into riskier assets, or they don't? That's what I'll be looking for. Because then we might see a decoupling where legacy starts to consolidate, pull back, and then crypto finally starts to catch a bid. I think that would be pretty bullish for crypto.
This is the question I've kind of been asking myself, though, Louis. Why do stocks have to pull back here? They haven't given more than 200 or 300 points in effectively 14 or 1,500 points since the low in Q3 or Q4 of last year. Apple looks like it wants to continue price discovery. I mean, I'm not really going to try to trade NVIDIA at this point because options are too expensive, and calling a top on it seems, like it's not going to be my cup of tea. But Apple, which is just as big as NVIDIA, looks like it's set for much higher prices. So I do think there is an argument that stocks don't have to pull back here substantially, even if they are somewhat extended in the short term.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm definitely not trying to call a top for sure. Just looking at it with a naked eye, you can see it's like we're going pretty vertical compared to the more of the slow, methodical, like stair step that we're used to seeing. So, but because we are, doesn't mean we have to stop. You're 100% right. So that would even be better, because the way crypto's looking now, if we do get a pullback in legacy, I don't know if it's going to bode well. At least at the first knee jerk reaction. So there's definitely no reason for it to stop. My point is, when it does stop, is crypto already rallying again, or are we still kind of chop solidating here? And do we see that capital rotation down the risk curve? Really is what it comes down to.
Yeah, I think we probably do. I mean, we were seeing micro caps kind of hold up pretty well for a while, right? Even the riskier assets in crypto were holding up pretty well. They are kind of getting smacked now, right? Like during all of this, they were holding up pretty well, but then they just kind of go out of nowhere, right? That's kind of that whoosh moment, and they just kind of go. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they're just going to take it's going to take some time now. I mean, anytime you get something like that, I think more time than people would like is required for even mean reversion. So I think we're good. But just some ugly wicks on a Monday and Tuesday.
What do we think about Bitcoin leading the downside this morning?
I don't know about that, bro. Pepe's down 8.
Well, I mean, since New York, that is, Bitcoin has kind of taken a bit more of, like, you're seeing some lower time frame divergences between things like Bitcoin and Ethereum since the New York Open.
Yeah, I think ETH. I've been watching this pullback since last night. I was just happened to be on my screen, but yeah, ETH has definitely been holding up a little better compared to Bitcoin. On this most recent, drop. So, I mean, if we are close to a bottom, I think we could see ETH and alt start to outperform and take the lead here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we saw at the lows, right? Like the absolute lows. We saw that divergence between Bitcoin and ETH. ETH put in a higher low at like 1,200. Bitcoin put in a lower low. I think that was during the FTX debacle. So that might have been partially due to them having more Bitcoin to sell and whatnot. But either way, that's kind of a risk on signal, low key.
Do you guys know anything about the miners? I've been hearing stuff about like the smaller miners like having to capitulate. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know much about it though. I never really delved into that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess okay. So let me back out on this chart. So according to our miner quant, CLSK cost of production is about right there. Some of the other ones are down here. A few are underwater though, and
Right.
that would probably be like Riot and Mara if I had to guess. So it makes the case even more so that if you start like losing some levels, that it's probably going to be cooked for a little bit. It's probably going to be a little bit over slightly in the short term, because if they are having to sell more and they're not profitable, that's not great. But for now, these guys are above water, so that's good. But
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, but I mean, I could imagine if they're not profitable, that would force them to have to sell. Maybe they had been selling up here, you know, in more recent, and this could be maybe that final, like they kind of capitulate a little bit, and then hopefully price turns around. We'll see.
yeah,
We lost
this is
Max.
kind of interesting. I
Yeah,
know.
he said he had to restart. Some technical
What do you think?
difficulties.
How do you read this VWAP cloud right here, Tommy? You think we rotate all the way down?
No. Wait, how do you have yours done? Do you have it anchored to this year?
This is quarter.
Oh, I
This
mean, I
is
guess
quarterly.
I don't really trade with quarterlies, so I don't
the
know.
yearly. The
You probably have
yearly
to
would be
test it a little bit.
the
Yearly
yearly.
looks better to me. Like yearly looks to me as though it could still prove to be a deviation, but I think if you start, if you break below like 63, 64K, you're at least taking the yearly VWAP and probably a good bit more.
Yeah.
If we get down that low, this is a complacency shoulder and it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. I've sold
Yeah.
everything. I've completely exited the crypto markets.
I mean, we got to put our foot in the sand somewhere. You know what I mean? To be honest and with ourselves and with what the market's given us. You got to you have to have your line in the sand. If I were to see that, I would have to start reconsidering. Maybe I wouldn't do it all at one point, but I would probably start de-risking. And if we get a bounce, we get a bounce. I add back. It's not a big deal. But I think if we start to get,
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah, you're right. That's basically.
No, I was just gonna say, I think if you get a move like that, it's you're not even gonna get a bounce. It's just gonna be a beeline down to the end of the cloud.
In an ideal world, I'd be able to de-risk, but sometimes you don't get that until like 40% lower. So welcome to crypto, guys. You guys having fun yet?
That copy pasta. I gotta find it. Somebody tweeted about it this morning. Just like, I sold everything. Oh, I found it. All right, guys. I sold everything. Every coin I owned is gone. I'm completely out of the cryptocurrency market. I can't take it anymore. Aggressive dumping, manipulation, everything is so intense. Crypto is over. I am out. I'm very glad to meet you. Life has dreams. Each is wonderful.
That's what we need. I mean, honestly, that's gonna happen. People are gonna capitulate, but you kind of need that. That's kind of a good signal for me, not for that guy. But everyone has their own tolerance, and it's when you're zoomed in and you came in maybe in March, January, February, March of this year, price was going up. You got invested. You were all excited, and you've watched all your hard-earned money get chopped to bits over the last 3 or 4 months. And every time you think it's going to bounce or kind of get better, it just gets worse. It's not easy. Definitely not easy.
I'll be honest though, guys. I am leaning that we bounce up this level. I'm not in the camp that we're about to go to 44, 45K. I know some of these alts look absolutely fugly. And let me be clear, I wouldn't just be blindly longing anything. I think you really like these. I think the last 2 weeks have really highlighted that you need to be really selective with what you're longing. Because the playbook of last cycle or previous cycles where you can just buy everything at a discount and it'll come back, ripped all-time highs, I don't think that meta is applicable anymore. And you can see that reflected in a lot of these charts, not just VC scams, but also a lot of meme coins, man. I mean, some of them might not come back. I'm not going to FUD with because I kind of figured it would have a move like this last week. I posted about it in our Discord. I think, maybe it could trade a little bit lower, but mostly the move is probably completed to the downside if, it's going to bounce. But I also don't know if it's going to come back to new highs, if it's going to come back to a complacency shoulder before rolling over, whatever. I don't know. So I just think you need to be continuing to play these strong charts, because just like over in equity markets where you have Apple and Nvidia that have been strong, you have other equity charts that have been strong, and the weak charts haven't been bid yet, right? Like eventually maybe they get bid. I don't know. That's not my cup of tea to predict. But what I do know is that it's much easier to play really strong trends with proven underlying bid. Things like Pepe. So let's look at Pepe right now, Tucker. I'm actually curious to see what it looks like. I don't think this looks bad yet. I mean, it could look horrible in like a day or two, but I still think this is following. Oh no, Tucker, what'd you do?
I took it off log and it freaked out, bro. I don't know what it's doing. There we go.
That's still an uptrend, man. That's still
yeah.
Clearly defined uptrend. We already have seen Pepe pull back 70 or 80% within this uptrend already. This isn't anything new. And I don't think you have to panic until you break that low. What is it near? Like point however many zeros, 89. I think if you break that low, that would be genuinely concerning. And you should probably then I'd probably be looking to exit on a complacency shoulder if we got one. But that to me is still an uptrend. And I really think it looks like Bitcoin did. I pointed it out last week on Market Check. Like I think some of these altcoins, the strong ones, they look like Bitcoin in 2017, 2018, during that cycle before they went parabolic. So if Bitcoin can cooperate, if it can hold above 63, 64K, I do still think there's plenty of structure in place for a lot of these altcoins to rip, into the end of Q3.
Yeah, I mean, if it's holding, it's even quarterly. It looks so much better than Bitcoin, even just in relation to the quarterly VWAP. Like it's not even close. Like this looks way, way, way better. I mean, if you just if you just take everything off the chart and look at this thing, like this is the level I would be like, you know what? All right, we just gotta hold this, and you're good. Retested demand, it's fine. Like I'd rather it not fully retest demand, right? Like I'd rather it not pull back 40% off the highs, guys. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's wild. This is not where you capitulate
on Pepe. Yeah, at those highs, I should have known.
Tucker, can you fit a fractal for me?
What's that?
I want to illustrate something. Can you fit that Bitcoin fractal on Pepe for me?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
we are so back.
We are
dude,
back.
I was talking to you guys and my mic was not registering, and I was trying everything, and I had to just full stack Jeet reset my entire computer. But we are back. Okay.
We are
a new mic?
We are so back.
Yeah, bro.
Tell me what fractal, bro.
I was using it on Discord as well this morning. It was fine. I don't know what the hell that was, but we are back. Sorry, keep going. I just wanted to do a mic check, but don't let me interrupt.
Check.
Yeah, check. Is this thing on? Hello.
Okay.
Tommy.
What
am I doing?
Can you go to 2017, 2018 for me?
You sure you don't want 1986, brother?
Very few. They wouldn't understand that one.
Yeah, we can't even give that. Out.
I haven't even told the Discord about that.
Do you want log or non-log?
No log. No log.
That's what I thought. Good man.
Serious business.
Ooh, yes, right there.
Yes.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Study that.
Wow. Study this. What did we drop?
Probably 50%.
Dude, literally, I'm gonna freak out at trading you. 40. I already did Pepe, but it's 43 to the bottom. Yeah, man, look at that. Imagine selling the bottom.
To me, it looks like Pepe got fat fingered by some whales. It had a huge impulse up that happened in a couple days, and now it's just been backfilling all that liquidity since the market has been choppy. But we filled all the liquidity now after last night's dip. All the liquidity is gone. So if it's going to turn around, it needs to be here, which it definitely can, because breakout traders are wrecked. People who bought the top are wrecked. So if it's going to happen, it needs to happen here. But it still looks good to me as well. I'm still holding my bag.
So
I think sorry, Max. I was just going to say, I think you want to find the alt charts that kind of look like this. There are many that look like that, but there are a few that do look especially strong and either haven't broken down into their range or haven't broken their market structure. And those are positives that I think you should try to identify as many altcoins that fit that bias as you can.
I agree with all that. So first of all, there's a major problem that nobody's talked about yet. Like huge.
Oh no.
And you're lucky my microphone was off and I couldn't address this, but now I'm upset. I'm feeling ferocious today. All right. Because these greedy bears are trying to convince everybody that this cycle's not happening. They're greedy. They're foul creatures. They smell like crap. I don't want anything to do with them. I don't want anything to do with them. But guys, on YouTube, we have 511 people watching. On Twitter, we probably got about 2,000. All right. The like button is in shambles right now. I understand that I haven't been speaking. I understand that my microphone was not working. Maybe you're upset about that, and rightfully so. I'm upset about that as well. But at this point, we are back. We got Louis T here. We got Louis Tuesday here. All right.
Tuesday.
We got Big Louis Tuesday. We've got Snorkel, and we've got Big Country Tuck. Okay, guys, I need you. I need you to express your approval and your desire for this show and this channel to continue to grow by actually hitting that like button, guys. The mega cap tech overlords, they've got their hooks in us. They've got us, guys. They got us. Zuckerberg's got us. Google, Boardroom, they've got us. Everybody's got us, man. Like Elon's got us on Twitter. Like we need these likes to go up in order to grow. They've got us. There's no other way around it. They've got us. The only way that we grow is by getting likes. I hate that it has to be this way. But guys, I need you to do us a solid. If you're enjoying the content, do me a favor. Take one moment out of your busy day. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Seriously, we're growing like crazy. We're almost like at 20K now. And it's all thanks to you guys. It's because you actually show up and like it. We'd probably be at like 10K if you guys weren't liking our stuff. So thank you guys so much for the support. But we need it on a daily basis, all right? We need it on a daily basis. Okay. Let's see what we're at here. Let's see what we're at here.
Comment, man.
BitConnect.
Oh, man. But all right. First of all, I love this fractal. I love this fractal. And here's the thing about it, right? Pepe has been one of the more reflexive coins this entire cycle. It dumped extremely hard, kind of from March to May. It was down like 65%. But that snapback that we had, I mean, for lack of a better term, it was epic, right? But it just goes to show you, and I think, Tommy, you've been really good about bringing this point up a lot, is strong coins are going to continue to keep getting bid, right? Why would it suddenly rotate to something else? Like there's a concentrate. It's like what we're seeing in the stock market. Why are there 5 or 6 companies that are getting all the attention, dragging the entire index up? Strong companies are going to continue to steal the show and continue to take the bid. It's going to be the same thing in crypto. I don't think that I would feel comfortable with being the potential victim of opportunity cost, holding stuff that has yet to pump this cycle or at least show any form of life, when you've got stuff like Pepe that is basically coming back in minus 30, maybe minus 40% from its all-time high into retest a concrete base that was built over about 4 months, because that's what that green box is. That's a concrete base. Maybe you could dip into it a little bit. Maybe you could grind, chop, solidate. To me, I mean, I'm going to put it as simple as I possibly can. Okay. I'm not interested in hedging my opinions or my analysis or my bets. If I'm right, then I'm right. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. That's the beauty of a market, right? We all share our opinions. Hopefully it works out for the better. I think Pepe is probably the softest toss 5 to 7 to 10x for the remainder of this cycle. And this is your high time frame pullback into a consolidated concrete base that we spent 3 or 4 months building. So I'm not saying you're going to bid it here and suddenly be up 10x, but I'm saying if you have been sidelined in projects that are a dud and haven't moved yet, I think there's a huge risk in holding. You do not want to be the victim of opportunity cost this entire cycle. You do not. And I think we're about halfway through it, maybe a little bit more. Pepe's been one of the strongest projects. You've got clear invalidation. If you basically tuck back underneath that green box and you retest it on a bounce, then it's over. But if you can hold this region, a little bit below 0.0000, 90 or whatever, that's totally fine. It looks fucking good, guys. It looks really good here. And I see a lot of people freaking out. I see a lot of people freaking out with Bitcoin basically chop solidating above support. ETH could potentially go lower. Like the only thing freaking me out about ETH is like that ETF announcement pump that we got was really quick. It left a lot of inefficiencies. It wouldn't surprise me to see that entire thing retrace and line up perfectly while we've retraced the entire pump. Then the ETF starts trading and then we bounce off that level. But yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of stuff, I mean, specifically Pepe, like I think it looks really healthy. That's the word that I would use. It looks really healthy. Like I understand, local pullbacks are not fun, but like there's nothing that looks bad about that chart right there. Like nothing at all. Nothing looks bad about that chart. If you think that chart looks bad, you need to buy the BB Academy. That chart does not look bad. Subtle BB Academy show.
Friend
You
is
gotta
your
drop
friend.
it in, Oh my, Tucker, that's a big box. No one say it.
Big box.
Tommy, look at this. Study.
Wow. I mean, I'm not a huge Argentina national team fan, but interesting. It wasn't extremely bullish. Was it extremely bullish? I mean, I have no idea if it has any correlation to markets, but I'm assuming if he's commenting it, he's probably Argentinian. But if you are, congratulations on 2022.
Yeah, I don't know anything about soccer.
You know where that 1980s, we've been kind of joking about 1986. We were hanging out this weekend and Tommy's the quant, right? Like study being a quantitative. That's my quant. Yeah, he won a math competition.
In China.
In China.
His name is Yang. But Tommy's brain is very interesting. Okay. It's very skilled. It's very unique. All right. Interesting and unique, I think, are the words I'm going to settle on. But Tommy found a fractal for the S&P 500, I believe, from 1986. And he overlaid it with Ethereum, I think. I might be butchering this. Bitcoin. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Tommy, he found a fractal from the S&P 500 from 1986 and fitted over Ethereum. And he showed me and Tucker. And just like the whole weekend, we were like, study 1986. It's just kind of the fractal.
And it's nice literally, it's too much. It's too much alpha for the stream. I literally won't do it. So
yeah, it might be.
Yeah,
it might be.
I can't do it.
But here's the thing about like these bull markets. Actually, Tucker, if you could go back to 2017, bro, like just Bitcoin 2017, the chart on the right, like when you look at this chart in hindsight, right, you're kind of like, oh, that was so easy. Like what a just clean parabola. But some of those pullbacks and these stair steps were violent. I mean, very, very violent. 35, 45% pullbacks over months, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks sometimes, So it's easy to look at that and just be like, wow, that looked like it was so quick and so easy. But these pullbacks that they shake people out. They're healthy.
Yeah, the only thing was those were quick, and ours is just terribly long.
That's the difference. That's the difference.
Hang on. I have to push back on one point there. You are totally correct, except if you draw out the previous cycle all-time high before this 2017 cycle, like the 2013 or 14 high, Tucker.
We're gonna need BLX then, but yeah.
Sure, let's do it. Let's roll. Throw it in log mode just so you can see it. I know you hate log mode. All right. Draw a horizontal line on that 2013 peak right there.
Yeah.
Because yes, it has been long, but it still hasn't been longer than what I would consider to be the consolidation before the parabola in 2017. Because
Yeah.
that right there, there were two pronounced pullbacks, but you could really kind of just view it as a range, right? Like it was a very predatory range. It was a trend, but I would view that really as I would view that entire region as consolidation under the previous cycle all-time high, even though there were two pronounced pullbacks. And by the way, from that first stab right there to the left, yep,
Yeah, but you would
that I would
Yeah.
view that it looks different than where we're at right now, but I still consider that consolidation, reestablishment of value under the previous cycle all-time high before a monster expansion. I would view that as one range or one region. I really would.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
It
was
was
like
just
130 days, 125 days, depending
I
on where you want
know.
to start it from. So
It was just so much more vertical accumulate-ish, right? Like than what, you know. Like if we can form a higher low here, like yeah, but not that it looks bad. I'm just saying like this
We
was
have
way
new
more
players.
vertical accumulation, you know. That bid just kept getting raised. Like I don't know. I mean, I'm
Tucker,
down.
look at
I
this
wouldn't
comment.
call it a
Study,
range though.
study this comment.
How many
right
chairs are you sitting in right now? One chair, brother. One chair.
One chair.
Hold up. Like this is the same conversation we had with Bitcoin dominance max. Like I don't know if I would call that a range, bro. I don't know.
No, I'm not saying it's a range. I would say it's a region, though. Like what I would classify all of that as chop solidation under the previous cycle all-time high, even if it was in a trend. I would.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
But
like
that's not a range. You're right. Like that's clearly a trend.
yeah.
But it took 130 days for us to basically breach that previous cycle all-time high. And right now, I would argue that Bitcoin is trending. This is still trending, even if this local range feels bearish, very, very locally.
Yeah, we got to get these EMAs to turn back up, bro. That's what needs to. We can't. We got to get them to head back upwards.
Yeah, but look at what happened even in July of 2023, bro. Like we dipped below them for a second and then just held there, you know?
What in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was way.
drop.
That was like. I mean, that's like the bottom. This whole thing is like the bottom. Like if we're trending, we shouldn't. Like that's like the bottom range, right? Like I don't know.
No, you're right. It's different. It's different.
Yeah. But
we're still trending right now.
no, we are for sure. We
Yeah.
are for sure.
Yeah, we just need to form a higher low around here.
Yeah,
I think the most bearish thing about anything that's going on right now is that summer historically has been a little bit lower volatility. And additionally, we did this morning on our Discord call. The average amount of time it takes for Bitcoin to really begin trending after a Bitcoin halving is about 160 days. So that would take us out to like August or September. Now we have been in, I would consider this a fact and not even up for debate. We have been in an expedited cycle. Like things have happened a little bit quicker this cycle than previous ones. Even in the simplest of terms, like we made an all-time high before the Bitcoin halving. That's never happened before. But the most bearish thing about all of this is that we could just stay in a consolidated range for a lot longer than anybody, myself included, is comfortable with. But it's a fallacy to assume just because we haven't gone up, we must go down. That is broken. That's broken logic. We don't have to go down just because we're having a tough time going up. We don't. We could, but we don't. So don't assume that like this range, just because we got stuffed at 70K 4 times over 4 months, it's gonna like go to 40K. That's not how that works. I'd say if you lose the range and we print some bearish structures, then yeah, but premature. Premature. It's a fallacy. It's broken logic to think just because one thing doesn't happen, the other thing is going to happen. That doesn't work.
Yeah, I would agree that a lot of people are discounting that we are technically ahead of normal market cycle for Bitcoin. I would say if it wasn't for the ETF, we'd probably be trading lower right now, rather than, and maybe we would already start heading up from here. But the fact that we went up earlier than we normally do, we do have time to chop and consolidate up here for sure. And a lot of people like aren't really accounting for that.
You know what else people are not accounting for?
Oh no.
The bull moon.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the like button.
They're not well,
We're almost
the
at
likes are doing
300.
fine. Likes are doing fine. Likes are okay. It could be better, but it's fine. But they're not considering the bull moon. People have been fading the rock for far too long.
True. June 21st. June 21st, boys.
Yeah.
We might have to go log for this. I'll concede and go log.
Yeah, so that's it's my wife's
Clean.
birthday too, which is weird. Summer solstice,
Clean.
longest day of the year.
Not as clean. Yeah, we're just gonna take those.
Are there spiders?
Yes. Where's that? Dude, we just need to reclaim. We just need to reclaim the pi cycle thing. Is it this one? Yeah.
Dude, some guy just commented on the stream on Twitter, and he said, "Every idiot can see it's over. Welcome to 4-year bear market."
Oh no.
Are we cooked, boys? Is he right?
No.
Is Buddha Boy 11 correct?
That's why nobody will remember
Buddha
his
boy,
name.
just because you said that, I'm gonna go sell all my bags, and I'll thank you.
Yeah,
next
thank
week.
you.
Good point, bro. Good point. Yeah, let's all do that. Yeah.
Thanks
that's
for
a good
the
call.
alpha.
All right,
Yeah.
That's truly alpha.
What did I draw here? What is that 0.5? Is that the range 0.5?
Just double click on it and add your 1 and 0 and see.
We're gonna need to. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Study.
I need to hold that, boys. Hold the line here.
I don't know, bro. See, I'm more interested in like, okay, yes, the range is clean, and maybe this is a little bit kind of squinting to fit my bias, but I love that like 64 level, like 3-day FVG mid range, daily FVG, demand right below. Also, if you draw a volume profile, our value area low is right below that. Like, I love that region. I love it.
What? Just
Yeah, except I have mine at 68. I think your value range is at 70, it looks like. I mean, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, you get the point, right? So our value area low somewhere around there. Clear demand from, what right after we put in that deviation to 57, we have demand protecting that value area low. And also we have a daily FVG that's at 60, 64, whatever. I can't get bearish here, bro. Like, I just can't. I think my bear case is genuinely just like we stay in this range for like another 60 to 90 days, and it's brutal. It's brutal. And you just pray that altcoins hold up. That's all you can do. If that happens, you just pray. You pray that your altcoins don't go to zero. That's it. Yeah, that's it right there, bro. That's it. Maybe take your VWAP off just because it's a little messy. But like,
no, it's needed, Max. It's needed.
The VWAP and the fixed range will basically tell you the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're both measuring a standard deviation, more or less.
Yeah, but I guess this is quarterly. I could put it on yearly.
Well, we finally tagged that FEG.
This is forever. It, Louis. This is it, Big Louis T. This is the spot, bro.
This is what you bid.
I really think of it as looking of like, where do we need to get above to really send? And it's just
bro, look at our point of control and the +1
right here
standard deviation VWAP. Like, that's your level 68.
Yeah, 68K, and you get back above that EMA. Yeah, man. I'm just going to leave that box there, and then I'm going to make it clean. And that's all you need to see.
We're also right at mega demand.
Mega demand.
Louis, that's trademarked and patent pending, bro. You're not allowed. No one's allowed to say that but me. I own that. So every time you say that, you owe me $5.
All right,
so
fine.
I own
Worth
that.
it.
Yeah. I created.
But yeah, from the 2021 tops, if you go back and you kind of do like an average of the two tops, we're literally resting right on that demand. What is that?
What is this?
Why is it cutting me off?
What is this chart, bro?
Oh, it's Coinbase.
Coinbase has more history than that, man.
I don't know why I was doing that.
Yeah, so if you do it like like a little lower, but right around that area,
You're really right at that.
Do it from go to the weekly close, man. Go take that weekly close. It's really clean.
I think that's what I might have did it on the weekly.
Like if you draw out the weekly closes,
and you do the wick there and the body
on
there.
These
there, and then also 69K one is kind of nice too.
Yeah,
I did the wick from the left peak, and then basically the bodies of the right peak. It's kind of
the cherry pickle.
Yeah, the cherry pickle.
At the end of the day, it's an area, but you know.
The bias fitor. I'm just kidding, Louis. I do the same thing, bro.
It's all good. It's all gravy.
That gives me cause to think. Yes.
Deviation, bro. Study.
Yes, study this.
Study shot caller.
Yes. Yes. Study the speed at which things can change.
If we get back, okay, zoom in on that a little bit for me, Tucker. Just a wee bit. Okay. Draw a horizontal line at 67K. The top of that little, like right there. Yeah. You could even lower it and drag it left to the bottom of that structure. Right there. If you flip that line, bears are going to die a very prompt, swift death.
Yeah.
That line right there. Painful. Be bloody murder everywhere, bro. You flip that line, it's ogre. But obviously we need to flip it first. At this point, it's just kind of conjecture, but
study cope.
If I had to guess, most longs are out at this point, especially after last night's. And most of the liquidity is probably resting to the upside in shorts.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, we didn't take last Wednesday's high. We kind of front ran it. So that's still there also. On ETH, I'm looking at. But I don't know if we ran it on Bitcoin, but
what?
Wednesday's high last Wednesday. I was looking at ETH.
Yeah.
But it looks like it just front ran it. So I think there's a lot of liquidity resting in shorts to the upside. We're coming into high time frame liquidity, demand, all of the above. Like this is where it should happen.
I just think when I look at that ETH chart, man, Tucker, I view the bouncy ball running out of steam, bro. You know, the bouncy ball analogy, where you drop a bouncy ball on asphalt, and the first bounce is the biggest, and then every bounce following the first one is smaller than the one previous, till eventually it's just simply it's seller exhaustion, right? It's kind of a goofy example to just explain what seller exhaustion is, or buyer exhaustion, where you just kind of run out of steam, and then the only place to go is the opposite direction. To me, I think, famous last words, right? But I do view locally, like, we are seeing the beginning signs of seller exhaustion at a very local level, right? And there's confluence with high time frame support and demand that we are coming into on both Bitcoin and ETH. So
yeah, I agree. A lot of the times that's why I'm like, you know what, we need time. Like this part takes time, right?
Yes.
We just need some time to base that out. I don't think we're gonna like V out of this or whatever. So, but yeah, I see that. kind of nice levels for ETH.
With the dollar kind of rejecting off high time frame resistance as well. So
Is it?
yeah, I mean, on my chart, it rejected off range highs as of Friday. I have the range drawn. Yeah, well, that's the. And if you go back to the left, you can see I have those three ticks there to the left also, and I have those those other two highs as deviations. But this is
could really just do that.
This is supply for sure. And if you zoom in on a lower time frame, you could already see it starting to reject.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's ugly, dude.
I'm calling the dollar's bluff, man. I'm calling Dixie's bluff. I don't believe this strength is real, man. It would not make any sense with rate cuts being right around the corner here in the U.S. for DXY to be, coiling for another leg higher. Additionally, you have all this FUD with like other countries basically moving to BRICS and like refusing to use DXY or I guess euro and dollar. Like they're just shifting away from it. It's like I don't understand the logic in like some major DXY squeeze higher. This feels distributive. At a minimum, I feel like we visit 100 again and take out those lows. Things get nasty, maybe even worse. But this doesn't. I'm calling its bluff, man. Like I think it's lying. I think it's straight up lying.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's like the last gasp of air before
it's completely over for the dollar.
Yeah. And sometimes that waiting for that is when most people get messed up and they get chopped up.
It's true. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a joint spot Bitcoin and spot ETH ETF filing.
Interesting. So it's like a basket of both.
Yes.
I think we're going to see a lot of that, like with altcoins as far as ETFs go. I don't think there's going to be an individual ETF for every single ticker down the list. I think eventually you're just going to basket them up, maybe by niche or by sector. And then legacy, you can just get exposure to crypto through baskets of altcoins. Less risk when you put them all in a basket, I guess. I think Uphold already does that too. You could buy like baskets of like cryptos. So it's kind of like I guess more or less an ETF.
Do we think that we're going to get some sort of like ARK equivalent of an altcoin ETF in legacy?
Yeah, for sure.
You know how ARK just has all the shit codes? Like, are we going to get a shitcoin index?
I 100%.
Sure.
100%.
Shitcoin.
Isn't that ARK though? A shitcoin index already?
Well, that it is for shit code, but I'm talking like shitcoin, a spot shitcoin ETF. Ticker shit.
It'll be the top.
Ticker shit.
That'll be the top.
Hashtag shit.
Yeah, that'll be the top. Once
ride that,
start going live, maybe
you ride that for 200% and then just jeet everything.
Yeah.
And it's over.
The meme coin index.
Yeah, isn't that a thing already?
Oh, I think Van Eck has like a basket of meme coins that they talk about, but I don't think they have one that you can invest in.
Dude, study this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Unreal. Hammered. They just nuked it down. When was that? All night. Asia.
I would say we broke that downtrend yesterday, right? We got that big bounce. Then we backfilled it, and now we go. That's how I would look at it. Form a higher low, and we're so I'm positioned for this to be the bottom. Last night's and this morning's moves.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've been positioned for the bottom to be in since like September.
Oh yeah, no. So I'm just saying, I threw on a trade.
Yeah.
My trade.
I know. I feel you.
Discord members now.
Yes.
It's where the alpha lies.
Okay, Tucker, let's do an exercise, bro. Let's do an exercise. We did this in the Discord this morning. Go to the daily time frame. Double click on your candles for me.
You want to change the colors and flip the chart?
Flip them, I do.
Yeah.
But maybe
I'm not gonna do it, Max. I can't do it.
your candles are so terrible anyways. It's fine. All right,
Just
yeah,
leave 'em,
FPG
just
that.
leave 'em. Yeah, you know. I mean, dude, I would long the shit out of this if we flipped that, man. You would too. You would absolutely long the shit out of that.
I would be looking for long.
Not here. I'm saying,
No,
yeah,
but I'm
above
saying this
that.
is not the spot to get like if the
No.
chart looked like this. Can you draw all the lows there, which are really the highs?
Yeah.
I mean, pretty good. Pretty good.
Close
I would have
enough.
done differently, but pretty good.
I'm sure. Close enough, right? I mean, you want to do this? Like,
Yeah. I like, yeah, there you go. See?
all right.
We would be looking at this going, all right, that might come back to take out those lows because that kind of looks like a complacency shoulder to me. So we all get stuck in like recency bias just a little bit. And I think it's important to just kind of, your mind plays tricks on you, right? So play tricks back. Flip the chart, take a look at it. I think if you flip that green box, and break 60 again and come back and retest the green box, you might have some problems. You might, that would be a problem. But at this point, there is, if the chart looked like this, it's fair to say that there is an abundance of supply overhead, which is the truth. Maybe you could draw out where that supply would be hypothetically, Tucker, like if the chart looked like this.
Yeah.
There is supply overhead.
I mean, there's a lot, I feel like.
That's a lot of supply. Like that's going to be a tough region, That would be a tough region. So it's like nice bounce, but there's some lows that look pretty damn vulnerable to me. I don't know if you guys agree, but if the chart looked like this, I'd be a little concerned about rolling back over to retest those lows.
Yeah.
Tommy. Sir Lance.
Yeah, sorry, I was getting distracted by my cat just like screaming at me in the background. But no, I would agree. I would agree. I don't know if you can hear him. He's whining in the background again, but
no, I think StreamYard does a pretty good job of blocking out background noise because I never really hear your cat. I hear Tucker's cat sometimes. Those things are crazy. I never hear
loud.
Yeah.
They bang on the door. Yeah, Peanut.
Yeah, Peanut's not playing games, man. Peanut's literally like, let me in or I'll literally kill you.
I know.
Banging on the door and stuff. It's crazy.
So, Tommy, thoughts
on the chart up inverted? I mean, if this is an obvious level of supply, if we're gonna reject here, or if we're gonna reject, it should be from here realistically, because I think if you start to get closer towards that like 62, 61, 60 level, then I would say it looks like that, it looks like a W formation that you'd be looking to get long out of. So this is a big level for Bitcoin.
Or a bear flag.
I don't think it can go down below 60 again. I don't think, unless it's a really, really quick wick. Like we don't have that luxury of going down below 60K. I think you get a little bit cooked at that point.
Yeah.
Definitely cooked at that point. I'm not a proponent of like just another 2 or 3 months of range. I'm really not. I think you either have to break out within the next like week or so, or you're gonna rug. Like,
I agree.
That's just what the chart tells me.
I think it has to be sooner rather than later. I think it's imminent or it's over. One or the other. So
it's so bad.
We'll be here. Rain or shine. Yeah, man, we feel pain too, guys. It's not just you guys, but we got to show up.
I feel nothing.
What do we think about IWM here? Because I think that's worth looking at as well, especially if we have a bullish bias on crypto. And Tucker and I, obviously we were looking at the price action looked pretty similar to March 2020. It has not broken down. And I think at this point, to me, I don't think that it's going to. So I'm still looking for this to break out. This is consolidation above the range before higher prices. If IWM breaks out, you have to imagine that's a positive tailwind for crypto, if nothing else.
Why does it look okay? Here's my issue with IWM. Why play IWM when you can just long the 5 biggest companies in the stock market and just become a gorillionaire? Why not long Apple, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, Microsoft? Why even consider playing anything else? Because all those 5 companies, 6 companies are the entire US economy, and they literally go straight up in a straight line forever. Why even play this?
ROI. I mean, realistically, it's a way of having exposure to something with or without leverage that has more reflexivity to upside.
But it doesn't
right?
have more reflexivity to upside.
No, it definitely doesn't.
It doesn't. Go back, pair trade IWM against the NASDAQ. It used to. Past couple of years, it hasn't.
I think it's more of a signal, though. Like, I wouldn't, I think there are definitely some hindrances to trading. Yeah, I mean, clearly there are some hindrances to trading IWM itself, but as a signal, if IWM is breaking out, that typically is going to mean that a certain number of small cap charts look fantastic. And
yeah,
IWM is probably overweight quite a bit of, let's be honest, like total dog shit. But there are some small cap charts that I can point to Robinhood, for example, that look phenomenal.
But that's what he's saying. Why would you trade IWM instead of just use it for signal?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's up to you. But when the Russell runs, it's typically a very quick move, though. At the same time, like you can see that
you can.
But it is also in a perpetual downtrend. It's kind of like longing DeFi against ETH, isn't it?
I think the Russell's ready to go. Moves, yeah.
I think the Russell's ready to go. It looks really good here.
It's been looking good for a while. Like, here's the thing. I have no dog in this fight. I am not playing the Russell. That chart looks fucking really good to me. That chart looks so good. I'm just like, look at the NASDAQ Russell pair. Like, it's down only forever. It's like, why even deal with this crap, even if it looks good? It's going to be so hard to time it when it finally starts moving.
What if you threw the Bitcoin, that same Bitcoin fractal we just threw on Pepe on the Russell? I have no idea what it looks like or if it even fits, but I just keep seeing, like, with strong charts, I'm seeing like consolidation, and then when that we often see in crypto, like you'll see that the parabolic advance come immediately after you get kind of those 2 clusters of consolidations where you're making ultimately a higher high and higher low on market structure, but it hasn't given its last leg higher. I mean, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I do think that's something worth considering on this chart. Like, because look, like cyclically, I know some people want to say it's over or the market cycle top is in, but I've had conversations with people that I consider to be much smarter than me who tend to think that we are probably closer to like 1995, 1996. So pre-tech bubble, which, would actually be a positive tailwind for IWM if that was the case.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at the comments, Tommy. There's just Tucker commenting back.
And body bagged him.
Don't let these guys raid our comments with shit coins, man. We have rules about this, guys.
Yeah, Guardian, relax, bro. Keep it for the Discord or whatever. All right. Can we do a little exercise here? Because I want to see. Here's my biggest fear with crypto. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Here's my biggest fear. That people still view crypto like they view small cap, legacy companies. Like they still view shitcos where they're just not going to get that big attention like Apple, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, Microsoft. They're going to treat it like a shitco, right? Speculative. Maybe, Tucker, you could go to the upper left corner of your trading view and add a Bitcoin chart below IWM. I want to see what the relationship is like between Bitcoin pumping. Maybe you could I mean, maybe you could pull up like the BLX or something so we have more price history.
BLX, no. Damn it. Here we go.
It's over, Tucker. It's over.
So over.
Done.
What is this E? What is this E?
Ignore that. It doesn't. It's not real.
One's BNC and one's NASDAQ. All right, whatever.
Might have to throw her in log. I know you hate it. I know it pains you.
It does.
But maybe we could mark out like, can Bitcoin pump without the Russell pumping, or does the Russell pumping trigger a Bitcoin pump? That could be the signal we're looking for, because if most people, if they view Bitcoin like they view Zoom and Rivian and I don't know, all these other shitcos, like maybe the signal for Bitcoin is like IWM finally starts moving up.
It's the asset rotation from the big caps to the small caps. Trickle down.
Yeah.
Trickle down economics.
Does that actually flow into Bitcoin though?
I'm not saying the money.
It's been all cycle.
I'm not saying the money would flow into Bitcoin. I'm saying that it depicts and highlights the state of the market in a way that if there are people out there willing to bid shitcos and legacy, there's going to be more of an appetite from a sentiment perspective to bid something like Bitcoin and ETH and go ultra speculative. It's basically a barometer on speculation is what it is.
Sure. But I think it's also super relative to rate cuts. At least IWM is, right? We've talked about why, but you're gonna see a lot better correlation with like EFFR than you are with Bitcoin. I mean, they'll go up together, but I don't know if there's signal in like, is IWM gonna front run a Bitcoin pump by 2 weeks and that's signal? Like, I don't. It looks like it tracks pretty damn closely. So you had Bitcoin went sideways while this was topping. I mean, yeah, they're both risk, they're both
go to
risk.
2021. Go to so I mean, obviously you had COVID, but I would say you had those two twin peaks. What is that? Maybe 2018, that first peak back a little bit, right? First peak, second peak, and then so that's kind of your range that we had just over the last year or so. And then where we're at is where you had that little consolidation before going absolutely vertical and breaking that all-time high. And then obviously COVID, black swan event, you kind of got to. So where the Russell is now, I would say is that little kind of, bullish consolidation right before breaking the all-time, breaking those two peaks there.
Tucker, I'm gonna steal the chart from you. I've got it. I've got the Russell and IWM up.
Let's see it.
What is IWM?
It is the Russell.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
It's the Russell ETF. So Russell up top, Bitcoin down below. I think what we could do is basically just mark out like when shit gets crazy for Bitcoin, mark out the previous highs. We'll see what the Russell's doing at that point. Going throughout the entire lifespan of the index. Then let's do this. 2013 cycle, Russell was going up, just chatting. 2017 cycle, I would argue Russell was, performing tremendously well. Last cycle, shitcos got bid like crazy. We haven't seen, and here's the thing, Russell actually looks kind of good here, right? Like it looks kind of nice. But we have yet to see Bitcoin perform well without the Russell going up aggressively. We haven't seen that yet. So I guess the hope would be that, we're like, Russell's like here, or, the Russell's here. Or, it's about to start moving up and it's like, right in here.
Yeah.
And it actually, like, it looks, it looks kind of good, like this should hold. Look at this range right here, like this.
It's perched.
It looks nice, like that should hold. Like, we're probably like right here. Even more similarities to the 2017 cycle, because look at like this. I know it's not exactly the same, but like consolidating, above a prominent high after a dip. Like, we're probably right in there.
Study January 2020. You see it.
Bro, no, relax.
But you see it. But
No,
tell me you don't see
I don't
it. See the
shit.
consolidation
I
above
don't
the
see
range.
shit, bro. No,
Yeah,
I don't see
you do.
shit. You need to relax, bro.
Tommy told me. He made me.
Tommy.
Oh wow, blame it on me.
You
Wow.
showed it to me, bro. You showed it to me.
You guys are some clowns. Dude, relax. Oh my god.
No. It's like imminent, Max. It's like more imminent than that.
Bro, that looks pretty fucking imminent to me.
No, it's more imminent.
Bro, you need to
Gotta drag that to the left and make it way bigger.
like this.
I don't know where you pulled it from exactly, but
Are you serious? Tommy?
What?
he did what?
Tommy.
We've been talking about this for, I think Tucker brought it up on Market Check like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I didn't want to scare the hose with it.
Very subtle though, very subtly.
No, this doesn't make any sense to me. This is
I don't think it's gonna play
No.
anymore. I think the opportunity already passed, but
No,
We're at
Max,
that
it's
vertical
just this.
accumulation.
It's just that. Look, it's just this. That's all it is. Okay.
No.
Tucker, you should be thrown in Guantanamo Bay for something like this, bro.
We're to the right. We're to the right.
There you
study
go.
nightmares.
Study 2020. Imagine the smell. I mean, something would have to go so wrong.
Okay. Here's the thing. The reason that played in 2020 was because there was a black swan.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
That structure innately, 8 times out of 10, is a bullish structure. That is a range breakout consolidation before higher.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for if you don't get a black swan, what the Russell's doing right now is a very high probability. Okay, bro, I'm literally messaging Guardian right now. This fucking guy. What are you doing? Literally blowing up I'm literally sending him a DM right now.
Wait, is he? Hang on,
Are
I
you
gotta
guys even
reload
seeing
this.
comments on StreamYard? I'm
Yeah,
not.
hold on. I'm reloading mine.
I didn't know you could.
We lost Tucker.
Oh wait, comment.
Maybe that's like an old comment. I'm not getting any more.
Wow. I've been just having my
Yeah, we're
private
gonna have
chat
to
up for a while.
refresh each individually. Tucker, can you see the comment?
Oh, is
Reload
it just the same comment that's still stuck there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It was
Okay,
just
never
like
mind
that.
then. I won't message
I'm looking
him.
at YouTube now.
Okay, I
No,
thought he just kept sending that same message. I
You
was
just
like,
gotta reload your
you need to stop.
page here. I'm flipping back. Nice.
We
Nice chart,
did get a
Max.
super chat saying check Jan to May 2022. I don't know what that's referring to.
I think it was Bitcoin.
All right, I'm back.
What do you say? Jan to May 22. Any relation to 2022 needs to probably be thrown out the window. But Jan to May.
It's a big span.
What about it?
On what asset? IWM or
I don't
Bitcoin?
know. He didn't
No,
say.
this was way earlier. It was definitely Bitcoin. So what? The complacent. Wait, he said Jan to May. Okay, so yeah, Q1 2022 to May. Yeah. Okay. What about it?
That was a savage range, man. That was
Yeah,
way
it was.
worse range to trade than this one.
Yeah, it was.
I just think the context on that is off, man. Like, that doesn't.
I don't even. It's totally.
I mean, invert it. That's where we are now. So I mean, that would imply that we're probably heading up.
Yeah, like
one's
just
a bull
not-
flag, one's a bear flag. Realistically,
yeah, I agree with that.
we're like perched right on it.
What are we talking about here?
Yep.
I don't think I mean, even from a cycle perspective, right? Like mark out the Bitcoin halvings. Like it just doesn't, I don't think it makes a ton of sense.
Why can't I? There we go. I don't know, bro. No, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know, man. I'm done with this range. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal.
It is brutal, bro. It's savage.
Oh, man.
By design.
By design.
We need this to be a higher low.
We got new players in now. We got Legacy. We got BlackRock. They know
Binance
how to
still controlling the market.
They know how to churn up the market before going higher for sure.
Louis, what do you think?
It's funny. We've got bankers controlling like New York session, but yesterday was all Binance just scamming longs. They scammed longs. They squeezed it on spot during New York. They made it look super bullish with a market structure break. And then when price started dropping, Binance removed all their bids and we rugged back to the lows. It was very savage. Yes, you could actively see, if you guys follow Pecker Ponzi, he was tweeting about it yesterday, but you can literally see in real time those bids get removed and they just let price rug back to the low. Savage stuff, honestly.
What does BNB look like? Are they still propping that thing up or did it just yeet? Oh man, bro, savage, so savage.
What do you call that pattern?
That's called the Empire State Building.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's the yeet and jeet.
Yeah, the old yeet and jeet.
Yeet jeet.
That's over, bro.
Bid it, boys. Bid it hard. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why does trading
breakout? Order block fill.
Bid it. Bid that thing.
It's kind of wild how much MicroStrategy looks like ETH, ironically. That's pretty wild.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, wow.
Are they really going to fill that gap? That's bullshit, man.
I wonder.
Higher low or it's over.
They're going to make me look at some old, very old equity charts to try and find a pattern that fits my bias.
I mean, no one's going to make you do that, bro. That's just something that you do.
I'll do it
You're
anyway.
You're going to make me.
Don't act like you don't like it, Tommy. We know.
I love it.
We know that you love that. Yeah.
You're going to make me hedge.
Oh my god. They're going to make him hedge.
What were you asking Max before?
I don't remember, but I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
Louis, what do you think about the bull moon that's coming up?
Look to the stars. I don't know. I'm indifferent on it, but I mean, look, it's undeniable that it definitely has some correlation to the ebbs and flows of the market, if you will. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely something there for sure. So, I mean, June 21st, I like the confluence. I like where we're at in the market. So, if it were to happen, hopefully it happens then.
Somewhere Jackus is glad he's not on stream today and had to listen to the moon speak. But
yeah,
we did have some bad astrology yesterday and today that I completely missed.
I can't believe you didn't warn us, Tommy. That is upsetting.
Well, I think the reason I missed it is it's mostly a Hindu astrology thing rather than I just completely missed it. But yeah, I guess Mercury and Venus were at total war in Gemini yesterday, which it's important, guys, because Venus is often like, they're never going to play out exactly, right? Sometimes it'll play out, sometimes it won't, but we can get context clues from it sometimes. Venus is a planet of finances, and Mercury is often communication and technology. So when you kind of see those two at war, you know, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. And it's funny because it was actually like right when it happened, like right when they kind of aligned, the market started nuking. So somewhere there's an Asian whale respecting that astrology pretty closely. But yeah, that's your astrology alpha for today. It's in hindsight, unfortunately, but we do have, like Tucker was pointing out, a full moon here in about 3 days. I think somebody in the comment section earlier said it's a strawberry moon, which is usually abundance. I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a strawberry moon, but fits my bias, so I'm happy about that. But we'll see, right? Full moons are usually bullish, as new moons are usually bearish. Not every time, but most of the time.
60% of the time,
it works every
time.
What was that girl's name that was like the astrologist?
Marin, it's over.
Marin, study Marin.
No,
she
it's
took
over.
everything from In Silico, man.
Yeah.
No, bro, Marin invented that. Come on now.
Wasn't she like in a Yahoo article? Like, I'm $24,000 in debt.
She lost everything.
Yeah,
she did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was on a Yahoo Finance article.
Why was Yahoo writing about Marin or whatever?
I have no idea.
Is that big news that she was $24,000 in debt?
Supposedly.
I don't understand.
She was not happy. That's what the article said.
She didn't study the moon. She didn't actually respect the rock. That was the thing.
She just got lost in the sauce.
She did, man.
Don't get lost in the sauce.
If you don't respect the rock, you will learn. Look at this shit, man. You can't.
The comments are unhinged today.
Someone's asking me what my zodiac sign is.
Damn,
what
bro.
do you think? What do you think it is, Sammy?
It's a cold world out there.
No, stop it, Max.
No, I already trademarked that, bro. We own that.
Yeah. Oh, we do. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I already had our lawyer. We own that, man. No one can say that except us now.
She's the biggest Yahoo I've ever seen.
Look at this. Would you guys ape this or no?
What, the coin?
Yeah, look at the comment. Would you guys buy this or no?
Are you just asking from like the purpose of you or for the purpose of the chart?
Is there a chart?
I don't think it's a real chart, bro. I think it's fake.
It's undervalued.
Definitely a chart. Somebody has made that ticker before. Yeah, so there's one on Sol.
Don't look it up.
There's one on ETH that's literally down only, so I wouldn't buy the real ticker.
Yeah, listen, I joined BB at 16.1K followers. I'm riding this thing to 160,000 followers. Easy 10x. Easy.
Louis, you joined BB and we've been chop solidating, brother. What's going on? You were supposed to send us up only. That was in your agreement.
I thought I got in just in time, but I guess we had some more chopping to do. I thought I got the perfect entry, but it's all right. I'm usually early.
No, that's fine. I got the perfect entry, Louis.
Yeah,
I got the perfect entry.
Tucker sniped the bottom, bro. Tucker and Tommy was already around, so Tommy gets a little bit of credit, but
the bottom was sniped.
Hey, some bought the bottom and they didn't make it, so sometimes it's better off.
Tucker literally shoved the FTX capitulation, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Study Tucker.
Yeah, literally right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Tucker was just like, I'll take that. Give me that all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this comment.
Louis bought the top, bro. Louis just bought
the top. It's down only now.
No, bro, that's the real thing, man. Is on-chain's gotten beaten up since the BB intern got hired.
Oh man.
I'm gonna walk over and fire him right now, man. He bought FUOC and it's been down only, so we need to get rid of him. It's his fault.
Isn't he taking his payments in FUOC?
Yeah, he got half of his first paycheck in FUOC per his request.
Jeez.
What a Chad.
I think he liked Will's chart, so he just went for it.
Yeah, I got him some Ape Tardio, so he's good.
doing-
He's set. Generational wealth for him.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Well, in good news, Bitcoin looks like it's putting in a bottom on the hourly.
Famous last words, Louis.
Bottom.
It's trying this morning. You're getting a fair bit of absorption. I think if you're going to puke, it's going to be like today or tomorrow. If you don't get a puke today or tomorrow, then I think things look a lot better.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Tommy,
And you're
we
probably
puked,
U-turning at that point already. It is Tuesday. This is the mean reversion day. I kind of wonder if we get a pump in the second half of the day.
I can't believe we haven't heard you say Tuesday yet.
Yeah. He hasn't said breadth. He hasn't said breadth either.
Oh man.
It's Louis Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I used to do this on Wednesdays, and that was just horrible. I would get chopped to bits. Wednesdays are the choppiest days, and I would for 6 weeks in a row, I was just every Wednesday I was trying to day trade, and I was just getting chopped up every single Wednesday.
Louis, I have a question for you, bro. Because you used to be a market check enjoyer, and now you're a panelist. Do you ever miss just being able to kick back and watch market check and enjoy it?
Well, I do on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. If I'm driving at work or something, or on my way home, I definitely pop it on. So I still enjoy it.
So you're still an enjoyer.
I'm still an enjoyer. Spaces, on the other hand, I used to be able to just pop in Spaces and listen to the background. Now I go on Spaces, I'm automatically getting pulled up. So
no,
that
Louis,
I do.
Study listening anonymously, Louis.
Yeah, I gotta maybe.
Louis, I got a question. When you watch market check, do you like the stream, or are you like a stubborn guy with giving out likes? Do you like market check or no?
I mean,
you have to wait for me to talk about liking it.
No, it's either I like it right in the very beginning, or I just don't like it at all.
Dude, Louis,
what?
Dude,
now when I'm driving, I make sure I like it because
what is happening right now, Louis? Okay,
I'm usually driving.
Now I'm upset. Now I'm really upset. This is a problem.
I was greedy. I wanted to get in at the bottom.
Wow, Louis.
Now we can pump the legs.
Wow.
I think we're almost at 400 likes, bros.
Okay, we need 400 likes. If we can get 400 likes, we're gonna do a giveaway of something live on show, or a discount code giveaway or something. Right. Oh, Mr. CFO.
I don't know about that.
He's
Let's go easy, Max.
All right, Tucker. What could we do if we got to 400 likes? Because I don't think we've ever gotten 400 live before, bro. What can we do?
I don't think we have. Get 400% off. No, I'm kidding. I feel like I want to do something with 4. You get 4% off anything.
4%.
I don't know. How about
the whole 4%, guys?
Just put a 10% off on my ref link.
On what?
On my link.
Yeah.
I need to get on the board.
How about we give away 4 BB Academies at 40% off? Just 4.
What's 40?
It's a big
30?
discount. It's a big discount. But just 4.
It's 4. It's the
4 BB Academies at 40% off.
All right.
If we get 400 likes, that's a lot.
I think we can do better than that.
No, I'll sign off on that. We're good. I'm good with that. Stamp of approval.
Okay, let's see if we got 400 likes. Damn, 405. All right, I gotta make that.
Everyone's like, that's not a giveaway. That's just a discount. Hey, we're giving you a discount. So what do you
guys? Okay, if you guys don't want it, then we won't do it. I was gonna drop the code in the comments, but if you guys don't want it, I'll just hold off. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's
they don't want it, I guess. I mean,
if you guys want to pay full price, that's totally fine with me.
I thought that was a good deal, man.
Wow.
I don't know. You'll take a discount? I think 40% off is pretty good, man. You guys earned it, man. Okay, fine. We're gonna roll with it. I'm gonna drop it in there. Give me a second. I'm gonna do it right now, guys. Hang on. Thank you guys so much for the likes.
Oh my god! Wow, yeah, we did. 412.
Chat audience today, honestly.
Hang on, we're gonna cook for you guys too. Just hang on one moment.
Are you getting the code made?
I'll give me literally 120 seconds, and I'm gonna have it done.
All right, good man.
Show them some charts in the meantime while I get this done.
Have you guys heard of Ape Tardio? No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing. I mean, if we're gonna talk about Fuwalk, what are we talking about here? So,
what's Soul look like,
dude? Can we talk about this? Can we talk? Oh my god! Wow,
Ooh.
I didn't even see the 1618. Who could have foreseen? Anyway,
I mean, this is driven by DJ.
I know,
which is that's a Martin Scarelli scam, by the way, guys.
So is this feels like a shove to me then, right? Like if it's really solely because of some scam coin that Shkreli made, who locked that guy up, by the way. Like I don't know why they let him out. But yeah, lock him back up. But yeah, I mean, if that's the only reason for this, send it, right? I mean, what did we get? 40% on it?
All right, guys, here's the deal. I've got the code. I'm dropping it in the comments right now. If you want 40% off BB Academy, it's only good for today, and only 4 people get to use it. So you got to go quickly. I don't know how else to distribute it. So
are you going to put it in the chat?
I'm dropping it in the comments right now. If you've wanted BB Academy, there's going to be 4 coupon codes available for 40% off because you guys got to 400 likes, and that was epic. It's great value, and we'll probably not do any more discounts like this because Tucker's kind of a hard ass about discounts. I try my best, but he just doesn't.
Somebody's got to do it, man. Somebody's got to do it.
He's got to protect it. All right, here it is. Ready? And if you wanted it, 40% off. 3, 2, 1. If you want it, there's the code. Code 400 likes for 40% off BB Academy. Only 4 people get to do it, and then it's gone. So hopefully you get it. But 40% off, code 400 likes, and I'll try to twist Tucker's arm to do some more giveaways. I'm a CEO of the people, and Tucker's a CFO. He's a CFO of
the man.
He's the CFO of himself.
We are the man. Study this chart though.
Damn,
wow.
Todd just scooped all 4, bro. Dang.
Todd just got all 4.
No way, Jose says, good luck, guys. Nice course so far. Thank you. Thank you.
These are like NFTs, right? Yeah, definitely. Actually,
I mean, you do own it. You buy it, you have it forever,
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see how many sold. Did 4 sell already? 3 have sold, guys. 3 have sold. There's 1 left. Whoever wants it. Whoever wants it. Oh my.
Reselling for double. The secondary market on coupon codes. Study it.
Man, study 1.618.
I know, dude. Unreal. I fade it every time too, but I do it for you guys, I do it for you. If you want to sell this, that's fine, but I did not know this was going to get rugged so hard. Tommy has money on Germany, boys. Tommy is big on Germany.
Yes.
For the euro.
Yes. I got Germany at like plus 550 before the tournament. I could explain the reasoning, but I really think it's as simple as they have the most core players in their team in form, and they've got a great coach. Whereas I think England and France have horrendous coaching and management, despite probably better overall rosters than Germany. So we'll see how it plays out.
All right, guys, we've been going for an hour 34. Great stream. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay focused. I think things are still looking pretty good. We're coming into some important levels, though. So we'll be back tomorrow to talk about that. But Tommy, Do us the honor, man. Take us out.
All right, first outro of the week, guys. I will wrap us up, run us through our typical housekeeping measures. Reminder, guys, we have launched our new hedge fund, BB Wealth Management. We are beyond excited that we can finally bring this to you, not just so that we can trade it, of course, as a team, but also so that we can potentially provide you guys the opportunity to be involved as an accredited investor or as an LP. And if that is something that interests you, we do have a link in the description where you can get more information. Just reach out to us via email. We'll get back to you, hopefully answer any and all of your questions. But yeah, we are very excited for the next few weeks, the next few months. And one of our largest expressions of that is obviously the Wealth Management Fund. So make sure to check that out. Like I said, if that is something that interests you. Not to forget the BB Academy, guys, which is a
Still got one code left, by the way.
We have one code left for the BB Academy. If anybody wants to grab it, 4. We gave out 4. I just wanted to do the CZ fingers, but the BB Academy is a huge value add, in my opinion, guys. You get to learn from every single member of the team, and obviously how all of our individual niches approach the market, which, as I've said, I mean, we all approach things very, very differently. So there's a tremendous amount of value in the BB Academy. And yeah, especially as we head into a bull market, I think if you're a beginner, you're looking to learn maybe a bit more, maybe even expand your current knowledge, that's a great way to do it ahead of potential asset appreciation and more volatile conditions. But not to forget our programming, guys. I know I always say Market Check is live Monday through Friday, every single weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Obviously, we weren't live yesterday. That is not a normal thing. Don't expect it to be a regular thing. But regardless, we are back and we will be live Monday through Friday going forward. Typical start time around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. We have a lot of fun on this show. We talk markets, charts, trading, technicals. Sometimes we attack the audience. Will is not here today to do that, but I'm sure he's thinking about it. I'm sure he's thinking about it somewhere, and that he's missing you guys whenever he comes back. But yeah, we love doing Market Check. We hope, as always, that you guys enjoy this show. Not to forget Market Talk, hosted by the legendary King Wabi. The timing on that may vary a little bit, but we always make sure to notify you guys a little bit ahead of time before we go live. So make sure to stay subscribed and following our Twitter account so you can be notified, not just when we schedule those spaces, but also when we do go live. So make sure to check that out. Wabi does a great job over there, has some great guests on. And as I always say, the type of content that we can make on Market Talk is very dependent on who we have the speakers. So it can be based on macro, it can be based on meme coins, crypto, but always some very entertaining and engaging dialogue over there on Twitter. So a great place to finish up your day. If you enjoyed Market Check in the morning, you can go over to Market Talk in the afternoon. But that is it from us, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. As always, have a great rest of your day and stay safe. Thanks again.